favor say aye.
Aye.
Minutes approved. Mr. Mills. You're up first
I'm
today.
sorry, I have another call.
And Mr. Mayor.
All right, good afternoon, Councilman Mayor.
Good afternoon.
We have just one applicant today. It's for Downtown Entertainment LLC. They got several applications for upcoming special retail less than 7 days events. The first one you'll see is for SAE Parents Weekend, which will be February 21st. You have the Sigma New Parents Weekend, which will be January 17th. KA Rose Ball, which will be January 31st. 5-day Game Day Parents Weekend. And then you have the Darty Gras, which will be February 6th. These were all by Brandon with Downtown Entertainment LLC.
Is that fun? Who does it? Who puts it on?
That's one of the fraternities. I think that was the Deke House that did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta wash my hair that night.
I don't think that'd be a smart move.
That's it.
Okay. That's all.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. Mayor Maddox.
I don't have anything for pre-council, but we will be requesting an executive session.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. The reason I texted you yesterday, but I found it was about if anybody has not been getting their mail lately, you know, there's some areas in my district that went 5 days without mail. Got an answer from Scotland that, they took Thursday and Friday off because of the danger of the roads, possibly, for their postal workers.
Neither rain nor sleet,
Yeah.
no dark of night.
Well, it's
That,
good to know.
that needs to be for our environmental service workers now. They need to adopt that because they're always there.
Yeah.
They meant to.
Post office used to be. But then I was told they'd had an unusual amount of sickness and that, but I just got a call before I came in here. A lady said our mail came today. So so I guess that after 5 days,
Yeah, and I apologize. Now I realize I did not call you back this morning, so I apologize.
No.
It's been but I've probably received, not a lot, but 4 or 5 emails from constituents about mail service in the last couple of days. And I know there's some things we're waiting on in our office, postal service as well. So there's certainly a delay.
yeah.
That's
And the problem with these ones I talked to, they're elderly, you know, and they had certain things, you know, with checks or different things they get that.
Well, a lot of people get their medication in the mail.
That's what it was. It was the lady that had written her medication and lived over, I won't say where she lived, but anyway, and her daughter called me today, said that their mail came today, so, yeah, but it was the medication that it was
That's
late.
why I'm afraid to do that, because you can't, don't know what's coming.
Yeah. So hopefully they're back on track.
I'll catch up with you later. I apologize for that.
Oh, no,
I
no.
should have sent myself a note last night, but I
Nope.
forgot.
Not a problem at all. I just was seeing if you'd heard anything.
I'm with you, and I heard of you. I heard of it, and I'd love to get your thoughts on. Well, let's just talk.
Okay.
There's another issue that's out there that I think also gets to this issue, and I don't have a good answer, and I'd like to get your thoughts.
Okay, absolutely. Brandy, busy lady.
Busy.
I guess
Haley is holding down the fort.
holding down the fort.
Holding down the fort. I have one exciting board for you guys to talk about today. It is the International Fire Code Board of Appeals. This is the board that hears the appeals of the or hears someone who has an appeal to a decision the fire marshal has made. Full transparency, this board also has not met ever.
I could be on that board.
As you can imagine, all 5 members are super excited to be reappointed, and it will be for another
How long have they been on
4-year
the
term.
board? How long have they been on the board?
Some of them have been on 6 since the board was started, I want to say.
But again, these board members don't get paid.
They don't get paid.
Okay.
But-
Who are the
so
board members?
why do we have one?
So this particular board is set by state code or the fire code. So we are required to have a board that hears anyone's appeals because of the decisions the fire marshal has made. To answer your question, Mr. Crow, we've got Mr. Andrew Jackson, Cicero Bevel, William Mills, Paul Rollins Jr., and Chandler Overcash.
So if the fire marshal rates capacity for a bar and they don't like it, this is,
That's your appeal.
where they can appeal.
Oh, wow,
Can't believe we've had 0
me
appeals.
too. Well, they don't meet, so we don't know. They may try.
They not know that, they may not know there's a
Oh,
board
yeah,
to
let's say
appeal to.
absolutely, let them just keep on that board.
Bless them.
So that's okay with you guys. We'll have an
Certainly.
ordinance reappointing them
Okay
on the
with me.
28th. Alrighty.
Thank you. By the way, speaking of the fire, tomorrow, our new interim fire chief is gonna be on my TV show, so got any questions, I'm looking forward to having him on and introducing him to the masses.
I've heard him bragging to everyone about it.
Yeah.
He said he's never been on the show and wants to.
It needs to be.
Well, after you come on, he may need to. Looking forward to it very much.
All right, if y'all are ready for me, we are just under the revenue item at the top of page 2, where on page 10, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Water Services Group LLC for the 8th Avenue Water Line Project. There's a total of $37,269. That is doubled up and will be heard in projects today. On page 11, you'll be authorizing a renewal of the NDAA liability insurance for the Office of City Attorney. That's a total of $8,371. That was heard in admin on last week. On page 12, you'll be authorizing a professional service agreement with TTL for construction materials testing for the Saban Center project. This is a total of $14,140, and that was heard in projects last week. On page 13, you'll be authorizing a professional services contract with Vital Exam LLC. This is a total not to exceed $166,000 and was on projects last week. On page 14, you'll be authorizing a professional services contract with UKG Chronos Systems LLC. This is a total of $62,235.26, and that was on projects last week. On page 15, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with American Fence Company. This is a total of $6,700 and was on projects last week. On page 16, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Ryan Metalworks. This is a total of $4,750 and again was on projects last week. On page 17, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Backyard Solutions, DBA Backyard Adventures of Alabama. This is a total of $11,899 and was on projects last week. On page 18, you'll be authorizing a minor public works contract with Straight Line Fence LLC. This is a total not to exceed $18,824 and again was on projects last week. On page 19 and 20, you'll be tentatively awarding a public works contract with Hughes and Mullinex. This is for the River Market HVAC replacement project. This is a total of $268,422, and this again was on projects last week. On page 21, you'll be authorizing airport liability insurance with Ace Property and Casualty. This is a total of $9,774, and it was a 3-year term. This is doubled up and will be heard on finance today, and was also heard at insurance and litigation without the amount back a couple months ago. On page 22, you'll be authorizing renewal of the contract with Millennium Risk Management to administer the city's workman comp claims. This is a total of $394,024. Again, that is doubled up to be heard in finance today and was also briefed initially in insurance and litigation on the last meeting. On page 23 and 24, you'll be repealing prior resolutions establishing public art committee and public art guidelines to establish a public art advisory committee. This is appointing the professor that was discussed last week in admin. On page 25, you'll be authorizing the execution of letters of authorization, agreements, amendments, and related documents for services provided to the city of Tuscaloosa by Task Call Inc. This was discussed in projects last week. On page 26, you'll be authorizing the use of electronic vote counting system. This is one of the election items that comes from the clerk's office. On page 27, you'll be authorizing a contract with Election Systems Software LLC. This is a total not to exceed $40,000, and again is an election item that comes from the clerk's office. On page 28, you'll be authorizing a professional design and related services agreement with Jackie of All Trades LLC for the Mercedes-Benz Amphitheater City Club. This is a total not to exceed $200,000. It was on projects last week, was tabled to this week, and is also on the agenda tonight. On page 29, you'll be amending Exhibits A and B of Section 19-42 of the Code of Tuscaloosa related to environmental services. And on page 30, you'll be reappointing members to the Public Educational Building Authority of the City of Tuscaloosa. That was discussed last week in pre-council. Are there any questions for me?
Questions for Scott? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. I also want to appreciate and thank the mayor for coming out, being on the show Friday. We had a good time,
We did have a good
a
time.
real good time, and
I watched it, it was great.
thank you. You know, we had a good time. You know, we forgot we're on TV. But this guy was out running, jogging in the river, walking in the snow.
It doesn't snow often. You
That
gotta
was
soak it
amazing,
in.
though. I just love that story. I said,
I mean, how many times does it really snow in Alabama?
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, but I really appreciate you coming out. Got a lot of great feedback from you being on. Because a lot of, more people were probably watching than normal that day because they were home.
You have to be crazy to do this job, so I have to go out from time to time to prove just how insane I am.
And by the way, I've got your sign right in my yard. Everybody to see. I'm for Walt Maddox. All right, okay. Let's see, we got, projects 2:30, finance 3:15, public safety at 4, then council course at 6. Personnel board meeting's been canceled for Thursday. Wednesday, next Wednesday, 22nd, planning and zoning will meet, in ZBA meet on Monday, January 27th. Two little housekeeping notes. Next Wednesday morning at 8, at the River Market, we have a legislative breakfast, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then for the council, we're meeting with what I call all the president's men. That will be the 30th.
So you made that up. I wondered, was I in a club I didn't know about?
Yeah, I made it up because that's who they are, right? So
No, Raven's not a man.
no, with all the president's men, not us. We're
Who are
lunch.
they?
That's all of
Is this
You ain't
turning into
president.
Twilight?
I withdraw the question.
Why am I here? Who am I?
That's all what's the president of the university's name? Stuart
Bell.
Bell. It's all his suit people. That's who we're meeting with.
I knew I should have had those mushrooms for lunch.
Yeah. So we're meeting. We're going to go to their smart conference, some kind of new smart building.
What day is that? I'm all confused.
No, I sent y'all an email. Thursday, a week from Thursday, January 30th.
Okay. not
So
this
we will
tomorrow.
leave from City Hall, because I don't know where this place is we're going this time. You know, we have lunch at different places, and the Randall Center was the last one,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But this is a smart building.
Smart Communities and Innovation Building, it's probably skilled.
That's it. That's where we're going. So where is that? Do you know?
Ooh, it is
That's
tucked
why
behind Cyber Hall, and it is tricky depending on the construction going on there. I will say that is not the easiest to find depending on the
Well,
construction.
that's why we're gonna meet here and
We gotta
leave at
overdrive
11:15 here.
I got turned around the last time I.
I'll remind everybody, but Scott will be driving us through. I assume it'll be Scott on the 30th, and I always look forward to that. It's all, we did the University Club.
Mr. Todd, I think there is, I should have said this at the beginning, and I apologize. I had some dental work this morning, and I still just feel so loopy. So y'all please bear with me today. We do have the threat of winter weather again coming up over the horizon next Sunday and Monday. As you know, Sunday and Monday have a lot of MLK Day related events. We'll be meeting later this week to look at the weather forecast. We just ask everyone to stay tuned. Certainly, I think our team did an amazing job managing the event. And actually, we got a little bit more winter precipitation than we anticipated.
Yeah.
Who knows? You and I talked last Friday on your show. This is one of the, it's tricky to do winter weather in Alabama. So everyone just pay attention. We don't know how it could impact, or if it'll even impact any of the MLK Day events that will be going on Sunday and Monday. And so just please, we'll send you the information as we get it. Just everyone, please stay connected.
Yeah, I've heard,
Whatever happens, it's gonna be really cold. I think it's gonna be colder than it was last time.
Yeah.
Supposed to be, very cold.
I heard you worse, but you never know. Like I said, but in Tuscaloosa is so unique the way we are, and James Spann and I, we were in high school together and known each other forever, but he said the other day something that I had learned too. He said 1 degree one way or the other can make every bit of difference in Alabama and Tuscaloosa County, because we're just so unique in the way what is surrounding us. He said Tuscaloosa County is one of the hardest counties to predict. And to which I told Walt that's why I love being the weatherman so much, because I could get it wrong all the time but still get paid. Didn't matter.
Nobody expected it to be right.
Nobody expected me to be right, except now Bruno's loved me, because people thought I had stock in Bruno's. Mentioned snow.
Bread and milk.
All right. Okay. So we will, those 2 meetings, don't forget. And then, is there a motion to go into executive session?
Moved.
Second.
Yes, sir. As your city attorney and an attorney licensed to practice law in the state of Alabama, I can certify that this executive session is to discuss legal ramifications of and legal options for pending litigation controversies not yet being litigated but imminently likely to be litigated, or imminently likely to be litigated if the governmental body pursues a proposed course of action.
Okay, have a motion, second, all in favor?